I wish to continue with the game, please. Oh, bumping into objects can make noise. Ah, that's common sense, which explains why it didn't occur to me. Right then. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Maid of Sker. We have fought with the father, we have gotten down with the dad, and we have gotten pugilistic with Pater. And now it is time to get... You let me back on this bloody website. Right, sorry. It is now time to get on with the game. What were we doing again? I can't even remember. Talk to Elizabeth at the Grand Harmonium, wherever under the sun that is. I don't know. However, it looks as if in the top of this room here, there might be another cylinder for me. So we need to find that, as I imagine we do need to find all 4 of these. And we also need to head back up onto the first floor to find a room which was locked with a key that we now possess. Giddy art. Speaking of possessions, I imagine somebody was rather heavily possessed when they bashed their way through here, unless the Kool-Aid man is more old-fashioned than I previously realised. Oh. Oh no, we can still use this. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, because we saw this some weeks ago, didn't we? This is telling me where I should place each cylinder, I believe. Either that or it's telling me the locations of the cylinders. Because that is the one I'm currently going for, in the chapel. Indeed. Perhaps I can get some of my mischief out of me by having a bit of holy water chucked on me. I don't know. It would be worth a try, at least. Can I hear some bizarre noises and a bit like insects, which is a bit disturbing. Can I go through here? No, I clearly need to access this from the other side. Where am I? I'm here, which is possibly accessible through there. I'm not sure. Okay, I probably need to go through this room here to continue on my little journey. And I spy a gentleman. Hello, gentleman, you bag-faced gentleman. Not that that really narrows it down much, given I think they're all wearing bags over their heads, apart from the father and the uncle, who seem to have had most of their face melted off. What does this say? Crude drawing. Really? I'd say it's a pretty good drawing, if you ask me. What have I done? You've made people do very advanced forms of dance, judging by the fact that this is set in the 1800s. People didn't start dancing that badly until at least 1962. Righty-ho. Oh, I've got some tins of beans. Excellent. At least we shan't starve to death. Now, where was that vent? Ah, this has revealed some of the vents for me. Perhaps it would be better in that one, actually, because that's a room we haven't been in before. Let me see if I can track back. And yes, here we are. Because I imagine that if I could go through this vent here, I would have done it previously when I used that gramophone in order to save. So, or as dangerous as it is to make assumptions, I would assume that that's what I'd done in the past. I'll have this, please. Can I open this? No, seemingly I can't. Okay, so there are some vents. Yes, because look, there's no icon there. Alright, so there are certainly some vents that you can't open yourself. Perhaps they can get bashed open by the bashing buttocks of some local bastard. But goodness only knows these things. Let me have a little wander around the rest of this place and see if there's anything else of interest, or whether they're just a couple of dead ends, as I predict that they're going to be. Okay, let's go... Sort of spooky noise. Let's go this way, because this should lead us into the main hall. There's some very spooky pokey noises going on at the minute, and I'm not wholly enthused about all of it. Everything seems to be fine. And there don't seem to be a load of people wandering around in the hallway, which is lovely. No, everything seems to be fine. In fairness, there's blood all over the floor, and all of the decorations are hanging down, and oh goodness, this has been all blocked up. But other than that, everything's going tremendously. Alright, how else am I going to get in here? There's a vent over here. What? I heard a voice. Oh, that'll be the Grand Harmonium, won't it? Judging by the fact that it looks like a massive musical instrument. Right, we'll come back to that in a minute. I want to have a little bit more of a look around and see if I can find some more of these cylinders before we go any further with life. So yes, let me see if I can get through here. This seems to be going vaguely well. Yes, let me see if I can get through this door over here. I don't know if I will be able to. And I'm not really sure why Thomas is suddenly hyperventilating. But we'll pretend like everything is going perfectly. Also, am I mad for thinking that the projector used to be in here? No, there's another projector in here. Interesting. I presume they tell you the same information. I can't remember enough of the information that we saw on the other one in order to coordinate and be certain. But let me see what's through here. Okay, I don't remember being in here before, except I'm surprised because it's not locked. I would imagine... Are you coming my way or not? Make up your mind and decide quickly. I and the audience have no patience for you standing around like some sort of sentry. Right, thank you for making your decision. It wasn't the decision I wanted you to do, but never mind, I'll deal with it. Giddy aunt, what under the sun is that? I think that's the closest we've ever come to one of those things. Okay, it seems I can't actually squeeze my way through these pews. This is going to be interesting. Gideon! So I've been chased by the scarecrow perpetually. Would you kindly shush? Thank you, Cerberus, indeed. You just seem to have one massive face. I thought Cerberus had 3 heads, but never mind. Or am I thinking of a Hydra? Oh, goodness! I think I'm thinking of a Hydra. There's a draft coming in from this window. Isn't that a tragedy? What's this? I have no idea. No idea! Oh, blast! I've been bapped! Maybe there's a skull missing from there. Would you go away, man? Leave me alone! I'm trying to live my life and also take away the lives of other villains. Isn't the point. Right, let me go in here and hold my breath, and maybe I'll be able to get away from him. Kindly go away! Goodness. Such an angry man. Right, oh look, there's a symbol there. It looks like the symbol of the last key we picked up. Allow me to have some booze to make myself feel better. Don't try that at home. Oh my Gideon. Okay, good, he's not coming in here. And he's also going off to the left, which is very kind of him, because that should leave the chapel unoccupied. And I can pray in peace. Pray for a bit of brain. That would be nice. I also pray for a faster recovery to this cold, so I do apologise if my voice sounds a little strange at the moment. What is going on here? Oh, perhaps now I use the key. Oh! Oh goodness, I did a thing! It doesn't seem to have achieved a hell of a lot, but... Hello, sir. How are you today? Oh, might this be the last piece of music I need, given that the music is generally accompanied by corpses? Isn't this just charming? Oh my goodness. You'll forgive me if I borrow this. Indeed! Good! Now I've got all of the music, and we can produce the counter correctly. Or fully, perhaps I should say. And we've a little model here. Isn't this adorable? And we've got various pictures of various less adorable people. That is Prudence. Is that... Excuse me, Mr. Chair. Is this also Prudence? No, there is Portraits of Elizabeth. That's interesting. I don't think I've seen that one before. Because I was going to mention the fact that it seems like we never get any Portraits of Elizabeth in this place. Whether that's because she's too young, or whether that's because, I don't know where this goes, but I guess we're going to find out. Is it going to go up or down? Down, presumably into the basements. Yes, whether it was because she was too young or because she was too disobedient, or whether by the time that she came of age, the hotel was in such financial straits that that they didn't have the money in order to commission such a portrait, as I imagine those things aren't cheap. Oh goodness, I'll have this if you don't mind. Thank you very much, that's extremely kind of you. Hang on a minute, we've been here before. I remember all of the booty, and I never saw this before? Alright, interesting. I love that I went on a massive meander through this mine system instead of just going up this bloody ladder, but never mind. Oh goodness, I always overcomplicate things, don't I? Never mind. I reckon that now that we've got this final piece of music, and we only need one more cylinder, that we can go up to the... Oh goodness, you've respawned in an inconvenient place. How very unkind of you. There's a piece of paper here I wish to have, if that isn't too much of a pain in the bottom. William's Family Bible. Is this going to be an excerpt from a Bible? Gideon, this is... I find it difficult enough to read standard English, even when it doesn't have those susts and thous and these and unto and et ceteras all within them. I'm not sure. No, I don't think this is an excerpt from a Bible. Let me see what I can do, and by that I mean how much I can muck this up. Canst thou draw out a Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down? Can thou put a hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with a thorn? Will he make any supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? Will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever? Wilt thou play with him as with a bird? Or wilt thou bind him for thy mistress? Shall she make a banquet for him? Shall she partake of him among others? Canst thou fill his skin with hot iron? Therefore I will wail and howl, I will go stripped and naked, I will make a wailing like the dragons, mourning as the sirens. Interesting. Why have you underlined the words bird and siren? Why do they hold value beyond the others that you said? Interesting. It's interesting because I feel as if the notes, at least to the best of my recollection, and we have been doing this for about a month, so I apologise if I've gotten myself all confuzzled, but to the best of my recollection, the notes have never been containing key information, like solutions of puzzles and things, more backstory and so forth. I'm hearing things, aren't I? Or more specifically, I'm reading things. Right, never mind any of that. I'm not wholly sure what all of that is, but perhaps we will find out in due time. Perhaps we shan't. Alright, I need to get back up to the next floor. Yes, so that I can find the room with the, I think it was the bird head on it. The lock, rather, with the bird key, or required the bird key. Because I feel as if that might contain something else very important. So I want to see if I can go back up the ladder. Can I ring some more bells? Where should I ring some bells? Should I ring some bells in a room that is nowhere near where I am? The kitchen, perhaps, yes. The kitchen requires additional supplies of bacon for making excellent sandwiches. Right, yes. Can I quickly slip back upstairs so that we can have a look at that room that I missed? I hear somebody going to answer the call of bacon. It's understandable. It's a very difficult to resist call. Anyway, yeah, let's quickly pop back upstairs and have a look at that one room that we left behind, as I feel that might contain something important. And, although saying that, was there a cylinder in... Where am I? Where's the room I want to go into? It's this one here. Wasn't there a cylinder in the... in the little cage room that we found out in the gardens, where I presume that the siren was kept locked up, where there was that little puzzle with the arrow that you could point in 3 different directions, north, west, and east. There was certainly the table with the pipes and then the speakers, for want of correct terminology. Oh, go away and leave me alone, you muppet. You heard nothing! Yes, I feel like the last cylinder might actually be there, which of course would be dependent on me figuring out how to do that puzzle, which I'm not entirely sure how to do. Yeah, this is just a secret thing, isn't it? Right, the hell is this? It's a box with a miniature bear trap in it. Of course, because you couldn't just over-engineer this thing anymore, could you? Right, giddy old... Ow! My face, I knew I shouldn't have been yammering on so much. Move, man, move, I beg of you. It's your butt I'm trying to keep in one piece here. Just leave me alone, right? I ain't done nothing. apart from exist, which seems to be the worst crime committable in this building. Oh good, I've no booze. I've run out. I need to go down to the corner store. Great. Well, this is going marvellously. Right. Well, there wasn't a didgeridoo in there, as perhaps I should have realised, because of course this part of the map was revealed, and I think the cylinders are always visible on the map even before you walk into one of those rooms. So that was a bit stupid of me, but never mind. We'll go and meet Elizabeth, and we'll see exactly how cross at me she gets when she realises I've only got 7/8 of the bits and bobs that she requires of me. But never mind. Let me quickly see if there's anything in this bathroom of interest. No, just a whole lot of DIY, or a whole lot of GSE DIT, perhaps, would be more accurately said. Alright, well that was a complete waste of time, and I made myself look like a bit of a numpty, but hey-ho, that's a decent way to describe the last 3.5 years I spent on this website. Let me just hold my breath in case this shirtless gentleman over here should like to hit a little cross at me. Alright, let's just relax. Everything is going to be fine, hopefully. The trouble is I just don't know how to do that puzzle where we... Excuse me, sir, I didn't mean to display your buttocks to the very small corner of the world that pays attention to my very small corner of the internet. Little unexpected, but never mind. Never mind. Yes, let's Yes, Elizabeth must be here, which is interesting. I thought Elizabeth had been captured. Elizabeth?
Thomas!
There you are!
My love! You're safe!
You're wearing trousers, which is surprising for the time period.
I had to flee the attic. I've been hiding from them ever since. But we must hurry. Do you have the cylinders?
Most of them. No, I don't trust you. I will play the counter song. I haven't finished finding them. Oh, bollocks.
We need all 4 parts of the siren's song, all of the cylinders, or this will not work.
Alright, hold your horses.
And quickly. I'll hide here until you return.
Thank you, dear. Goodness. I knew I'd screw this up. Interesting. So there's a choice to be made, whether I let her play it or whether I play it. Given I haven't the faintest idea what to do with a piano, I might let her make the decision, but we shall see. Alright, so I need to make my way back into the gardens. Yes, it's right here behind my face, which I apologise that you can't quite see. Okay, so where was a way to access the basement? I could possibly do it through that door there, or maybe there's something behind here. Looks like giddy aunt. Good to know I'm not the ugliest person in the building for once. Yeah, let me see where this elevator goes. Does this have access to the basement, perhaps? No, only to the 1st and 2nd floor. Dang, nay, but... Right then, never mind that. I have been quite stupid and foolish, but never mind. I actually have no idea how I'm going to get into the gardens then. I guess I'll have to go through here. Or I could go through there, which presumably will take me to practically the same place, although seemingly not, given that I'm pretty sure that little elevator did take me down to the basement. Alright, how am I going to get there? I'll have to go back through the room of many bells in order to go through the door. So yes, let me pop through here, and I'll set off another chime for no particularly good reason. Let's send them off to the chapel, so that they can get a little bit of enlightenment and become slightly less mean. That'd be nice. That has struck me. I'm sort of walking in the direction of the chapel as well, which means me sending them there was pretty stupid. But never mind. Never mind any of that. Do you think that the projectors might actually have a different purpose to what I've assumed they have? Basement. Yes, please. Yes, I thought the purpose of the projector was to show you where the cylinders should be. Like, you'd find them, and then you'd replace them in different locations. But perhaps that isn't accurate, because it seems as if all 4 of the locations shown in the projector are in fact where the cylinders are. So I'm beginning to wonder whether it might be just telling you where they are and giving you a map, as it were, a clue as to where they are. Because it says that they're the optimum locations that it's showing you. Now, there's 2 ways that we can try to explain optimum here. Either the best for Isaac's purposes, for the father's purposes. You heard nothing. Shush. Yes, either the best for Isaac's purposes. I might go this way, actually, for no particularly well-explained reason. Either the best for Isaac's purposes, which was, of course, for controlling people's brains, or the best for Elizabeth's purposes, which was for breaking the spell. And somehow I feel as if Isaac might have been more likely to have the capacity to create the projector. I like the detailing of the stains on his shirt. I do. I just don't like the fact that I got close enough in order to realise such a thing ever existed. Yes, yeah, I imagine that the father and uncle would have been more likely to create the film that projector is running off. So, presumably, those optimum locations are Isaac's optimums, not Elizabeth's optimums. I don't guess I could open one of these kegs in order to get a little additional booze, could I? That'd be much appreciated. Get out. Leave me alone, man. Also, Thomas, you really need to learn to open doors, or hold your breath without making use of your hands. We really have to teach you to multitask, my friend. Sorry. Didn't mean to bump into you, gentlemen and ladies, or whatever you are. I don't know. It's a little difficult to tell. You're all just made of bags. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, where are we now? Okay, we're nearly out of here, and then we'll just have to make our way through the garden again, which might be difficult, particularly since I don't remember there being a map for the. Oh, Julie, don't you dare come in here. There's no way I can sneak past you if you come into this little area. Go away. Gideon. That's not really going away. Man alive. I'm going to have to stand here and wait until I can see him. It's almost a shame there isn't like a distraction mechanic or luring that you could do to like whistle or something in order to make a little bit of noise and attract people over towards you for tactical reasons. That would be quite cool. Oh my giddy aunt. The fact that I keep screwing this up is slightly less cool. He's very cross, which is understandable, because he's having to put up with listening to me. So, I imagine that you and he can empathise equally with how irritated you are at my infernal prattle. Right, okay, so there's a blockage there, so I need to go through this this system of crawlways in order to get past it. But yes, I don't know if there being a map for the garden area, which is why I remember it being explored less thoroughly. But we shall see. I do like the atmosphere in this game. I feel as if it's very, very sound-based. Admittedly, the atmosphere, in terms of the visual, is quite beautiful as well. The lighting is done very nicely, and it's quite subtle and understated, rather than being exaggerated and overly extreme. Right, can I leave, please? Yes, I can. Thank you very much. I seem to remember the last time I went through here, I got clobbered in the bowler. So I'm grateful to see that that hasn't happened this time around. Oh, goodness. Okay, good. We can reach the garden. Of this, I am grateful. And unless I am completely crazy in my memory, this is where we finished the first episode. Yes, it is. Goodness, this takes me back to such an era of innocence within myself. Yes, there's no map in the garden, which is explaining why I have no memory of one, and why I feel as if I didn't explore this area quite as thoroughly as I've explored others. So, this is going to be a little tricky, because of course I've got absolutely no idea where it is that I'm going. Giddy aunt. Thank you. But no, I really do like the atmosphere. I feel as if a lot of care and a lot of attention has gone into creating something spooky. Because sometimes they do visual things like that, which are quite subtle. Still don't understand why you've hung these people without their clothes on, but never mind. Is it not enough to kill these people? We must further humiliate them as well. Seemingly, the answer to that question is yes. Oh, you are going to be a great big pain in my butt. See, if you could sort of whistle, or stamp your foot or something in order to lure him in this direction, then you could sort of go around the side and then hold your breath in order to try and keep away from these people. I feel like that would be quite a nice way of doing it. But we'll have to work with the tools that we've got, and the tools that we actually seem to have are some rather stodgy mittens. But never mind, idiot. Would you kindly stop dying for all of 5 seconds, Thomas? We'd all be very grateful. Alright, for the sake of me not just wandering around and yammering on for the next 25 minutes, why don't we have a little jump cut to the point where I've got us a little closer to our destination. Just have thought. An interesting thought which I wish to communicate to you so that you can decide whether or not you think it's interesting. Given the fact it's coming out of my face, you'll probably say that it isn't. So we were just wandering through the little bit of the forest where we saw the ritual going on, which later occurred to us. And I was just wondering why Thomas has never been affected by... Okay, good. Yeah, this is where we want to be, so we're not far away now. Yes, why is Thomas able to hear what I presume is the siren song being played without it affecting him, without it turning him into some sort of cultified crazy kook? Presumably, the fact that those chairs have straps on them, or shackles, and that the speakers are placed right next to the ears of the chair's occupant. Presumably that means that the sound has to be applied very loudly and presumably for an extended period of time before any effects take place. Now, where the hell am I going? This way, I think. Giddy aunt. The wrong way is the answer to that question. Oh, don't be silly. There's no way you heard me. Don't come this way. Just walk past that way. Thank you very much. Yes, presumably... Oh, for crying out loud. For people with bags over their heads, they have surprisingly sharp hearing. I can't say I've ever had a bag over my head, although probably that would make me more successful on this website if I did so. I giddy aunt. Looks like there's a blockage the other way, so I presume this is the correct direction. Yes, I've never really had a bag over my head for an extended period of time, but I imagine it would at least dampen sound to some degree. Oh, I found a bottle of booze somewhere as well, which might make life a little easier if we get ourselves in a pickle. Oh, for goodness sake. No, I don't think he's actually after me. I think that was a false, No, it wasn't! That was me being stupid. As usual. Should we save again? If I can ever remember where the save thing is here. Oh, there wasn't a save thing here, there was a phone. I sincerely apologise. If only we could save the world with phones, then perhaps big tech corporations wouldn't be quite so distasteful. Right. We're nearly there. Giddy aunt. This place doesn't get any more cheery as the evening goes by. But yeah, I'll save the bottle of booze that I found, or nervous tonic. Some Dr. Mildred's special secret patented formula for aches of everywhere and about 17,000 other things, as these amazing cure-alls of the snake oil era used to proclaim upon their very primitive packaging. Alrighty then, the last cylinder is here. How the hell I get in here is anyone's guess. But there must be some sort of clue. how does one open this? What happens if it's already at east and then I push north? What happens if it's already at east and then I push east? Then it goes to west. What happens if I pull west while it's on west? This could be much simpler than I've thought it out to be. Because presumably if there was some sort of combination I needed to use, then it would have been written down or said to me somewhere. Is this just going to keep bouncing between east and west? I get the distinct impression it is. No, now it's gone to north. Okay, it didn't do that before. Which at least implies that we're not just going round and round in circles. Oh, it was all that simple the entire time, and I wasted everybody's time by walking all the way out here, because I really should have picked it up earlier. Never mind. I'll have that if you don't mind. Goodness. Right, we've all of the cylinders, we've all of the music, we've all of the reason to get the hell on with our lives. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to waste the entire evening, it just sort of happened. Right then. Get oh dear, I really have overcomplicated all of the puzzles in this game, haven't I? They're very much about simply being observant and experimenting and reacting to the results of your experiments in simple but logical ways. I realise now that I think what the arrow was doing was it was directing me. It wasn't It was the beginning of the puzzle, and it was the instruction of the puzzle. It wasn't the culmination of the puzzle. See what I mean? This game is very creepy with its audio. All right, I'll go back this way. I reckon will probably be the fastest way of getting back. He says, not really knowing where under the sun is he's going. I tell you something this garden reminds me of actually is what was it called? A cult. That's what it was called. At least I think that's what it was called. A little single or multiplayer horror game where you could you were put in an environment, a large open area, and you had to wander around and find various items in order to defeat some sort of baddie. And in the first level of that, there was a big stately home with a big garden and a little maze in it, if I remember correctly, which reminds me quite heavily of this, actually. Even though, of course, I imagine this came out much earlier. I can't remember quite when this came out. I do remember looking that up before beginning the first episode. I think it was back in 2020, perhaps. Perhaps yes, perhaps no. Perhaps I have no idea. Perhaps it doesn't matter. Perhaps it's something you can look up with a quick Google search yourself if you're really that interested. And goodness knows nobody could possibly be interested enough in for me to yammer on about it as much as I have. Let's go through the door and we'll do another jump cut while I get us back to the Grand Harmonium. Where am I? Oh, I'm here. Oh, that would have been a real short distance to go, wouldn't it? I massively overcomplicated that. Not the first time. Won't be the last either. I might find somewhere to save as well, actually. Looks like I'm going to have to go, like, this way. Yeah, so I can get a quick save there in the Room of Many Beers. Okie dokie. Just made a quick save, just in case anything goes disastrously wrong, and let's be honest, it's me playing what could quite possibly be the conclusion of a video game, which means there's a very high possibility I'll screw everything up royally. Now, where am I going? I might as well go this way, I suppose. We just need to make our way back to the main hallway, and then head up the stairs. Which one was that again? It was straight ahead. Yes, sorry. I don't know why I get so confused with maps. You'd think I'd be better at them by now, but apparently not. They're only a complete staple of little indie horror games like this, but never mind. We're nearly there. We might be approaching the crescendo, if you'll forgive the pun. Should we scamper? Given that there doesn't seem to be any villains in this hallway, we might be alright doing that. Okie doke. I reckon we are about ready for the grand finale.
Have you found them? Do you have all the cylinders?
No, I came back for a cup of tea. Yes, of course. Now, which decision do we make? Do we trust her or do we not trust her? I can't think of any reason why I wouldn't trust her. Because so far she's done an awful lot in order to undo her father's plan. Unless she's been creating such a complete string of, or a complete web of lies to completely fool me into doing something that is necessary for the completion of her father's plan. But then if that was the case, why would her father be trying to kill me all the time? So I'm going to err on the side of trusting her.
Then we cannot waste any time. Quickly, give them to me.
Please play the piano, because I've got absolutely no idea how to do that.
Thank you, Thomas. There will be a place for you.
Oh. Ah. That change in the tone of voice. I have made a horrible mistake, haven't I? I get the Afternoon, madam. I think I might have goofed up.
Kill it for me.
Alright. I was waiting for dramatic license. I was actually waiting to see if I get a choice about this or not. Where's the trigger on this thing? There doesn't actually seem to be one. Could we not use this to shoot someone else? I don't know what you're looking so cross about. This entire situation is by your orchestration. Oh, blast. From death... Oh.
And discord came new order, through the iron will necessary to impose it. A new song was born from the darkness, and together they ruled the new dawn.
Yeah. Interesting. So, as per the usual, as per anybody with any ability of foresight or predicative ability, could easily conclude that I was going to bollock that up. And I did! Excellent! Don't get me wrong, that was a beautiful ending. Not beautiful in the way that a sunset is, but sort of visually very surprising and narratively very surprising, because unless I've made a mistake somewhere, I don't remember there being any clues throughout this that Elizabeth was lying, right? Elizabeth pulled the wool right over my eyes very, very effectively, with a very good rendition of her part. I did save, as I said, right before we went in there, so I'm interested. I'm interested in whether it's possible to go back and see the other ending or not, given that I'm aware we've got a little bit of time before we're at our usual episode length. So, that was interesting. Interesting. The thing I don't get, the thing I don't understand is, why did Elizabeth write letters and create recordings for her mother saying how displeased she was with Electronic Sheep is an excellent name for a company. Sorry, I just needed to say that. Why did she make those recordings telling her mother that she didn't want to go along with the idea, if in reality she was all for it? Or perhaps she wasn't. Perhaps she wasn't, and then when her father captured... Perhaps when her father captured her in the attic, they somehow performed the music on her in order to convert her, like they did with the cultists, who have the bags over their heads. Then they said the effect of the song was lessened on women. I didn't do terribly. Yeah, I didn't do terribly. I don't know what kind of basis I'm setting for a comparison here, but I didn't do utterly pathetically. Yes, is it possible for me somehow to reload my last save? Continue. Challenges? What are the challenges? What? Escape the hotel. The recommended start of difficulty. Escape the hotel. Oh, hang on a second, I'm confused. Escape the hotel in the dark. Full array of weapons, a flashlight at your disposal. Health doesn't restore on respawn. Only your axe is available. Escape the hotel with hardcore enemies. Ah. Interesting. Interesting. We'll come back to that in... Actually, no, we won't come back to that in a minute, because I feel like me screwing things up should be set in stone, right? So that I learn from my mistakes, and that there is infinitesimal scarage that I can remember forever. Yeah, we'll have a look at these for sort of 15-20 minutes, because these seem quite interesting. So the idea is that I need to escape the hotel, and there's some weapons. Yes, let's begin with the first one in order to see what it's like, and then perhaps we can crank the difficulty up at the end in order to get myself thoroughly creamed. So this is interesting, because I do have vague recollections of hearing, perhaps somewhere in the Steam reviews that I was reading, perhaps in the description of the game, perhaps in the control setup, perhaps there was something somewhere about some weapons, and it should have struck me sooner that, of course, there was nothing here. So let me see what I've got. Oh goodness, I've got some hellish devices here. Let's have a few of these. Right. So I've got my axe, and I've got my pistol, and I've got my shotgun, and I've got my rifle. Excellent. I feel thoroughly prepared for mischief. I have a map. No, I don't. Alright. Has some hiccups, however. Use weapons to unlock the door. Bloody hell, I don't do that gently, do I? Hello, sir. Would you like to get shot in the face? I'm quite willing to do that. Yeah, that worked, and he's ended up in a face-down, ass-up position, but hey, oh, never mind. This is interesting. So presumably there's a degree of stealth to this, whereby you want to be sneaky, so that you don't alert enemies to your presence and don't waste your ammunition, and you also so you can get out more easily. But then on the other hand, you could go a little faster if you were being a little bit more gung ho about this. Hello, sir. I presumably can't hold my breath in this either. Are you going to come in here, or are you going to trot on by? Oddly, you're not going to do either, which is really annoying and kind of demonstrates that I'm an absolute dummy. But never mind. No, you're just going to be a great big pain in the bottom. Hello, you pallid, shirted-wearing gentleman. Excuse me, folks. can't mind me. This looks like a bottle of booze for healing and stuff. I'll have this if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Do I even have... Oh, I do have at least an inventory then. Interesting. Yes. Yes, I have many things. Many things with which I can do much murdering. Good, good, good. I look forward to enjoying an awful lot of murdering. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. This reminds me of some other games I've played, actually. Or specifically one other game that I've played. Someone's had a little bit too much to drink. And for once, it isn't me! So that's nice! I do wish I had a map. It's so difficult to know where the hell it is I'm going. Because, of course, I don't know what areas are blocked and what areas aren't from the original map layout. Oh, gosh. And I feel like if I use my gun, that's going to attract a lot of attention to me. So if I kill one person, I'm going to have to deal with a lot more of them or run away. This is interesting. Yes, I like this. This is a nice change of pace. Nice way to sort of extend the length of the game and give people an opportunity to explore a bit of different gameplay. Hello, sir. I'm going to hide here behind this potted plant if that's not too much of an imposition. Oh, it was too much of an imposition. You've turned away with your head, with your hand to your forehead, and you have retired to your bed with a headache. I apologise for that. Some bullets there, which I wouldn't mind having, primarily so they can shoot you in the arse, because I have a distinct impression you're not going to let me get by too easily, but we shall see what happens. Okay, there's a blockage on that door, which of course I'm going to need to break, ideally with my axe in order to save the bullets. The trouble is that, of course, that's going to make a fair amount of noise, and I doubt that this individual here is going to allow me to do that without any problems. So I reckon my best bet is to try and kill you, and hope that the noise doesn't cause any noise that attracts the other guy over here. Can I sort of sneak kill you somehow? Possibly, yes. I didn't expect that to be a one-hit kill. Especially after the pistol killed him in one, which kind of begs the question what the point of the other weapons are, assuming that we don't encounter stronger enemy types like the uncle or the father at some point, which seems vaguely reasonable. What the hell kind of Bioshock knockoff numpties is that? Good evening, gentlemen. Maybe this is what I need the bloody shotgun for. Interesting. They've got a different walking animation as well. They walk like they've got a wine bottle shoved up their bottom, which is quite a curious situation. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Don't walk this way. Thank you very much. I think that's a blockage. I don't think there's any point in going that way. Ah, damn, how am I going to get through that? I'm going to have to kind of trace behind one of them, perhaps. The fact they've got light on their faces is very curious. Because, of course, no enemies are based upon light or visuals. They're all based upon sound. Interesting. Let me see if I can towards them right here. There. Okay. Nothing to do with line of sight of them shining the light on your face. Has nothing to do with any of that. Oh, idiot. Okay, somebody's practicing his walk like a Sierra Madre ghost person dance. Okay, right. Let me just give these gentlemen a second in order to see what kind of situation we're going to get ourselves into. Because, of course, I need to break that, and I highly doubt it's going to be quiet. So, I also assume those helmets they've got will protect them from headshots. Perhaps that's why the other guy died in one hit. Because I shot him in the brain. Right. I'm going to try smashing this. And it's probably going to make a horrific noise. And it sounds like there's someone right on the other side of this as well. Idiot. But we shall see what happens. Yep, he heard. Ow, my face. Ow, my face. Get a gun, Thomas, for goodness sake, man. Oh, bloody hell, I missed. No surprises there. Curious, I wasn't expecting them to lose interest that quickly. Hell, I wasn't expecting them to lose interest at all. Not to imply I'm some sort of irresistible chap, but you know, I was sort of expecting that somebody would find me at least vaguely pursuable. Would you leave me alone, sir? When I said I wanted someone to find me vaguely pursuable, I didn't mean you. I didn't mean I kind of wanted that. Would you leave me alone? No, apparently you wouldn't. Right, shotgun time! Oh wait, no, that's next week, isn't it? Bloody hell! Bloody hell! Kitty aunt! Where's my gun, for goodness sake? Okay, there's quite a lot of them. Let me thin the herd. Oh gosh. Oh, of course, this thing requires a... It's like an old musket thing, isn't it? Well, I mean, it's not that old, but you know what I mean. You know, what's it called? Bolt action, that's the word I'm looking for. Right, do I lose bullets when I do this or not? No, I don't. Okay, that's kind, if nothing else. Okay, I've got no idea where I am, and I feel like I'm in completely wrong end of the hotel, and that I should just use this shotgun in order to bash down a window, but never mind. Let me... Oh, gosh, I don't want to deal with more of you people. Ah, a bottle of tonic. Thank goodness for that. Or just thank whoever it was who went to the shop and bought it. I feel like that might be a little fairer. Alright, let's just relax. What is that? Oh, some more bullets. Thank goodness for that. Some shotgun bullets, good. Should I reload the shotgun? That seems wise. That didn't make an infernal noise or anything. Oh, gentlemen. That looks like something of importance, doesn't it? Could I have the rifle, please? Thank you. I feel like I'm going to need this in a second. Okay, that didn't go quite as badly as I thought it was going to. Oh, a key, I think, maybe. Red key! Yes, I actually didn't realise we'd encountered any locked doors yet, but never mind. Okay, let's just relax. Everything, apart from most things, is going to be fine. There's no way I'm going to be able to bash that down without making any further noise, so I'm just going to try and kill these two. Oh my... Ow! What the hell? What the hell happened? Oh! I'm being shot! Right. Turns out that they can use their spotlight in order to murder you. Perhaps I should have seen... Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Leave me alone. I can't hold my breath for crying out loud. Can I? Can I hold my breath if I put my weapon away? Well, clicking isn't doing anything, so I assume the answer to that question is a categoric no. Alright, hang on a second. Let me just wait in here for a split second. Oh, there's some bullets. How fortuitous. I didn't come in here because I'm a coward. Actually, I didn't. I came in here because I really need to clear my throat. So forgive me while we do a quick jump cut while I have a small coughing fit. Right, that is a little better, and I think we can continue with our business now. Okay. I still have no map, do I? Nope, of course not. Okay. Let's try to take a breath and evaluate where we are and what we're trying to do. So we need to find what door this red key unlocks. I don't suppose it might... No, obviously not, because this is heavily blocked by a small Narnia portrait. And by portrait, I mean portal, and I royally ruined that, but never mind. I'll blame it on my cold, and we'll pretend like that is the source of my stupidity. Oh good, there's dead people everywhere. Okay, there's got to be a locked door somewhere that requires this red key. I also find myself wondering if... Why can't I just clamber up here, for goodness sake? It's every little step and everything. Goodness. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. I don't remember him patrolling terribly far in this direction, but I will get my axe out just in case I need to chop his sausage off. Seems like it wasn't necessary, but I'll chop his bum off anyway for the fun of it. Also, is it my imagination, or when I headshotted one of those enemies earlier, just before I got shot by the ancient diver, is it my imagination, or did his head explode? I don't know, but I might try and chop your bum off as well, actually. Okay, I'm surprised he went down in one hit. I thought he'd be a little stronger and burlier than that, but seemingly I'm wrong. Definitely can't go through it, can I now? Okay, let me kill you as well. Oh my giddy aunt, I killed him so much his hat flew off. Giddy aunt. What an achievement of violence. Alright, I'm not wholly sure this is the correct direction to go, but I don't really know where else I can go at the moment. I might just... Oh, man alive. Yep, I chopped his head clean off, despite the fact that I was aiming for his arse. Okay. I think we're vaguely safe. Alright, seriously. Yes, nice foreshadowing. Where the hell am I supposed to use this key? Do I need to, like, head back upstairs and then, like, come down from a different place in order to access a different part of the hotel? That would seem vaguely reasonable. Is there anywhere else that I can go? Any locked doors? There's the area through there, of course, but naturally we can't access that. No. So I can use any of this stuff. No. And I can't go over here. No. Okay, so there is just another door somewhere that I need to make use of, but for some reason I have... for some reason it has eluded me. And the reason being that I'm rather stupid. Frankly, if you haven't figured that out by this point, then perhaps we are one and the same. For your observational skills do not exactly seem to be on par with that of Mr. Holmes. Alright, well, we seem to have murdered basically everybody, which is quite lovely. But, yes, I'm really not sure where I need to use this key. But give me a moment, I'll wander around for a second and see what I can find. Okay. I might shoot these gentlemen in the arse for no particularly well-explained reason. I might reload as well, actually. Oh great, no booze. Oh dear. Oh, through here? Ow, through here. I just assumed this was the dead end, like a dub brain. Oh good. I have been stupid. Dare I repeat myself, but I'm sure this won't surprise you. Alright, allow me to assault somebody else's buttocks. Get yacht, it's so violent. Man alive. You know, Thomas, if you'd started doing this a little earlier in the game, maybe you wouldn't have, Oh my giddy aunt, maybe we wouldn't have gotten so confused by Elizabeth's wiles, but never mind. One thing I do find interesting, however, is that, it almost seems as if Thomas knew. Because he seemed to go along with Elizabeth's idea. He was willing to fire the harpoon and kill the siren, which presumably they didn't need anymore now that they had Elizabeth on their side. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't really know why Thomas decided to go along with them. I feel as if perhaps I should have been given some more choice there. Let us go to a different floor. The first floor. Were we on the second floor, presumably? Presumably, yes, because we had access to the attic. So that would make sense that we were on the second floor. So, this should take us down to the first floor, and then we're going to make our way onto the ground floor, and then we've got... Oh, maybe that's why I can't jump out a window, because I'm on the second floor. That would be a vaguely reasonable thing to think. Not completely wholly reasonable, but... Checkpoint reached, thank you. Well, why does that man have a blue blob in his tummy? Why'd you have a blue blob in your tummy, sir? I don't remember optioning that on my minions. Should get a gun out just in case this goes disastrously wrong. Hello? It's almost like a mine. Reminds me of like the mine packs that some of the enemies in Arkham City were. Let me get a gun out and try and kill you and see what that does to you. It turns him invisible and makes him reproduce. Well, ain't that interesting? The answer to that is yes, it's very interesting. How very strange. Well, that was a bit of a mistake on my part, because now there's more enemies than there previously would have been. My giddy aunt. Is your model supposed to look like that, or have you bugged out slightly? I don't know. And frankly, I dread to think. You know I'm here, don't you? Yes, you do. I'm going to have to axe you in the groin in a second. Let me try and lead you slightly further away so that the old Romulan over there doesn't catch wind of what I'm about to do. It's an interesting pose you're pulling there, my small friend. That was a rubbish attack you tried to do there, my rather large friend. The whole heckin' load of you saw the Grand Oakland. Ow! He's after me, without a shadow of doubt. I need a blue key. Well, bollocks. I need a black key. Well, bollocks. Yeah, they're probably still after me. Get my axe, get my axe, get my axe. Chop whatever you can get off. If you can get hold of it, cut it off. I don't care how many of you have to kill. It'll be all of you if necessary. Okay, just relax. A few more bullets. Thank goodness for that. Haven't been using the revolver much. Probably should do that more. My giddy aunt. These challenges are not short, are they? I thought they were going to be much more expeditious than this. I was planning on having a look at the harder difficulties as well, but I don't think that's going to actually happen. So we will have to see what we can achieve in this one, and either I will die and we'll leave it there, or we might succeed, and that would be a more victorious position to end the video on, compared to, oh, not another one of you, ye bunny-like breeding bozos. I do not agree with allowing you people to wander around and just procreate as you please. Giddy aunt, you're gonna die. I shall cut your procreation device off, mate. Oh my giddy aunt. So vicious. So violent. Dear, dear, dear. I do find it interesting that they went to the extent of implementing these new combat mechanics, which of course were no part of the original game. Die! I don't know why I feel bad, because these guys made my life a living hell when we were playing the game, but that isn't the point, right? They also go oddly stiff when they die. It's like really quick onset of rigor mortis. Oh dear, I do like this game. I like this game a lot. It's very strange, and it's quite unusual, but I really do enjoy playing it, and it really is good fun. Alright, let me go through here and see where this leads me. Ah, back here again. Well, that's a little shortcut, but not hugely useful to me at the moment. Yeah, these guys don't seem to be any more observant than their unhelmeted brethren, but as opposed to all of their brethren whose helmets I've just cut off. As opposed to, they seem more dangerous in the fact that they have a long-range weapon, rather than the rest, who prefer to bludgeon and bap, rather than blast. Okay, let's just relax. There's a room up here where we can see a little bit of light trailing out, where we got something of importance in the main game, so perhaps there'll be something important there as well. Do you mind if I cut you open, mate? Thank you very much for your sacrifice. It doesn't look like there's anything of importance in there this time around. Giddy aunt. Hello? Elizabeth? It's definitely someone with Elizabeth's character model. I get my shotgun because I want to get up close and personal and have a better look at you, but at the same time I feel like I'm going to need to kill you in a second. You're right, darling. I'd say that was a no. I highly doubt I'm going to be able to squeeze past you, but we'll try. But reload the gun, Thomas, for crying out loud. It's your life on the line here, not mine. Oh, giddy aunt. I don't know what she's made of, but it's made of... For frick's sake. Give me that. Oh, this isn't even a key. What the hell did I come in here for, then? Right, now I'm so inebriated I can't even remember that. Man alive. It's not the first time I've wandered into a woman's bedroom, got clobbered over the head, and then had a drink to help me forget. Oh, goodness. Man alive. This is a little stressful. Man alive. Let me put another shell in here. Oh, that's nice. The animation is different if you only need to put one shell in. That's cute. I like that. Nice attention to detail. I approve. Is that a key? It might be. I think, in fact, that it is, yes. I'll have that, if you don't mind. Purple key, thank you very much. And I cannot get past these buttocks here, which probably have been, had the top lopped off by yours truly, and I've simply forgotten. Okay, let's just relax. And sincerely hope that we don't encounter Elizabeth again. Oh, mind if I cut your bum off? Well, he didn't seem to protest. Mind you, the bum is a relatively intrinsic, or rather integral part of the human anatomy, so I imagine if you did cut it off, people wouldn't have very long to protest, even if they wanted to. Am I crazy for thinking this wasn't blocked before? Possibly. I'm going to have to cut your yours off as well, aren't I? There we are, that's that done. Now, perhaps there's a door this way. No, there isn't. Tremendous. There's just a troublesome gentleman to deal with. Well, I haven't been lasered in the bum, so I presume that that gentleman didn't see me. No, everything seems to be fine. Let me shut the door behind me like a good boy. Okay. Let's just relax. Now that we've got that key, we might be able to access something on the other side of this big room here. Yes. And gladly that I don't think there is anybody in this room, because most of them chased me into the other room a few minutes ago, apart from the conjoined twins here. Gideons, the body horrors of this game know no bounds. Alright, let's have a quick look in this little room here. There might be some medicine. Any medicine? Yes, indeed, some medicine! Excellent, I actually had the ability to predict something this time around. Sorry, sir. Didn't mean to interrupt you while you was in the John. Forgive me. Hooray. Ow! Ahem. You heard nothing? Shush. You did hear something, didn't you? That's better. You'll learn their lesson by hook, or by crook, or by axe, or by revolver, or by shotgun, or by rifle. They will learn their heinous mistake. Hello. Goodbye. Idiot. It's so visceral. Oh my word, it's been so long since I played a properly viciously gory horror game. Ugh, I can't even think of what the last one probably would have been. Evil Within, probably. And that wasn't all wholly new to me, so that wasn't quite as shocking as it might have been the first time around. Okay, well, there's another gentleman over there. We can have a bit more violence with him in a minute if you so desire, and believe me, I do. Have this as well. Yes, I remember that from before. I'm not stupid. Well, I am, but that isn't the point. I am stupid because if I was intelligent, I wouldn't be entertained by doing this. I think it's just it's the release of a lot of pent-up aggression, right? It's like, I have spent a large volume of this game being chased by these maniacs, and it's nice to finally be on the other end of the vicious spectrum and have the opportunity to do a wee bit of violence myself. Ow. At least it gives me a better opportunity to have a look at the sack. Don't take that out of context. Don't take that out of context, given that there's a gentleman here with his legs open and that we're in a bedroom. Don't take any of that out of context, please, and thank you. Oh, goodness. I think, yes indeed, this was the room with the burning bodice in the bathtub that we turned off with the boiling valve. I had forgotten this. Also, am I crazy for thinking that this bust is also a thing which is featured in a cult? Just to go back to that for a split second. I could be completely insane, but I'm pretty sure that's an asset which is used there as well. Okay, we've got to make our way over to the other side of the library, which, Oh, good, you're here again, darling. I wonder if I should perhaps weed out these individuals before trying to deal with Elizabeth. Because I highly doubt she's just going to let me take it. Nope, she's just gonna let me take it because she's just that sort of helpful lady. Thank you very much, helpful lady. I grandly appreciate it. Okay, I'm absolutely shocked that worked. That had no right to function the way it did, but never mind. Giddy aunt. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I really am... Sorry, I keep going back to trying to rationalise what happened in that ending. I really would like a definitive answer as to whether or not Elizabeth was putting on a facade before, in all of those recordings and so forth that we heard, or whether after she was captured in the attic, somehow she was converted. I don't know. I really don't know, but I don't know. I feel like those notes were just so genuine, perhaps due to nothing else but the quality of the voice acting. They seem so genuine and sincere that, some bullets, I'll have those, thank you. They seem so genuine and sincere that I really do find it difficult to believe that, that she could have been lying the entire way through. But I really don't know. Alright, so we found... I do remember seeing a door which required a black key. Yes, here we are. Yes, this is the way to the ladder, isn't it? The ladder that leads you back down to the ground floor. Hooray! We're 2/3 of the way there! I'm only 15 minutes longer in this video than we really ought to be, but other than that, everything's going swimmingly. Yes. Perhaps the other ending would give you a little bit more information. Perhaps if I'd seen the Don't Trust Her ending, perhaps that would give me more knowledge. I don't know. I'm going to presume these two areas are blocked up, aren't they? Yeah, and there's no way I could climb over them. Okay, looks like I need a blue key in order to get through there, so that's at least something I need to be on the lookout for. I'll have that if you don't mind. What the hell are you? Oh, I don't know. I don't know that my voice got a little hoarse from saying that. And I don't mean it was gifted a pony. That's not what I mean. Man alive. Let's just pretend like everything's fine and go through this door. Oh, bollocks. Oh, bollocks. Oh, gosh. Stuck between the devil and the deep blue sea. Just you turn around and trot on, mate. Go on. Jog off. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dear, oh dear. I would love to have a better understanding of the mechanics of each of these enemies, because they all seem to have unique abilities of some form or another. What exactly any of them are beyond me, but never mind. This gentleman's ability is to always know where I am, which is very frustrating, but never mind. I've knocked his hat off and he's fallen over now, so everything is going awesome. Right, I'll have this. Maybe I should escape into the gardens. Perhaps that would be a wiser state of affairs. I don't know, but I'd rather like to do a bit more violence, if you don't mind. Thank you! Thank you! Thank you for your sacrifice, we greatly appreciate it. And I can still read this for reasons nobody understands. Okie doke. Well, I mean, just because it's the same environment, which of course has been reused with some assets being moved around for the sake of locking off areas. You know, if you were trying to dissuade me that there was that sirens and mermaids were the same thing, giddy aunt, those are some creepy looking eyes. Putting a picture of a mermaid up there isn't going to help convince me that they are in fact distinct. Okay. I need to... Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't mean to bowl your bum out the way like that, but it sort of happened. Alright, I need to wait for this man in order to head back to the left, so that I can then head off to the right, because there's no way I'm going to be able to sneak past him in this narrow corridor. Very mysterious design. It's a bit like Iron Man with the thing. The blue thing in his chest. Goodness knows I'm not up on my Marvel trivia, so you'll forgive me, I haven't got the faintest idea what that thing is. It's a blue blob, and that's good enough for me. But yes, these people seem to be some form of early prototype of Iron Man. Curious, interesting. Oh, good, another big bummed person. Tremendous. I don't think I like this room very much with its shackles on the floor. Feels like a bit of a dungeon. Oh goodness, this is locked. Is there? It doesn't look like there's a colour here. It's just a type of key I need. Are people after me? You might be. It's difficult to tell. Let me get my shotgun out just in case. He says getting the wrong item out. No good, he wasn't after me. Okay, that's fine. Let me bash my way through here. Oh, you again. Tremendous. She's usually in important places, so there might be something vital here. I do need some bullets back there, but I'm not in the slightest bit fussed about them. Nope. And also I could have sworn this door was shut a second ago, but never mind. Does seem to have quite the ability to open and close on its own, so that's fascinating. I just get my shotgun out in case this guy turns around at an inconvenient moment, because these helmeted gentlemen seem to be rather strong compared to their brethren. Well, that went better than I thought it would. Okay, let's breathe. Let's relax. Everything's going to be fine. I didn't leave anything in this room, did I? There are some bullets, but I'm not overly fast. Okay, just breathe. Everything's going to be fine. I will fill your chest with lead, mate, if you want. If you. Now comes the time when I have to fill his chest with lead. Seemingly nobody's chasing after me, which frankly I find quite shocking, but hey-ho, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. I'll just wander off and try not to get myself murdered. Oh my giddy aunt. Okay, here's another thing we can break through. Where are we now? Nowhere that I recognise, which perhaps shouldn't surprise me, given that doing these episodes so far apart is going to do that to me. Can I go through here? Or I can. Interesting. I think this is the first one of these that we've actually been able to open. Trouble is, I've got absolutely no idea where it is that I'm going. Can we find somewhere? Thank you. Here we are. Right. Where is this? This is where I want to be, but I don't have the key that I need. Perhaps it's... No, there's another blockage there, isn't there? Unless there's the... Yeah, there's a little vent, isn't there, in that corner that I might be able to go through. Or is that blocked? Well, the vent is closed. The question is whether or not I can open it myself. I can. Okay, good. Okay, I feel like we've been down the left-hand side of the hotel. Maybe now we need to explore the right-hand side in order to get the key, and then... Excuse me, they hadn't invented fire safety doors in 1893, or whenever that sign said it was. I think we'll find those... Actually, I've got no idea when they were invented. I've got nail baldies. Let's not go that way. Not that I have much hesitancy towards the concept of killing more of these people, but I'm slightly more hesitant about the fact of getting shot by them. Although I must confess I didn't realise that was an ability that ancient divers had. Presumably that was useful for when they needed to fight off fish. Ow, ow, my face, ow, my face, my face! Let me have some booze. I said let me have some booze. Thank you. What have we in here? Okay, this is one of the earliest safe rooms we went into, I think. Although there doesn't actually seem to be anything, apart from some more windows that we could very easily jump through. Never mind. Oh dear. I do like the occasional... Oh, giddy odd. I don't like accidentally walking in on a woman in her private bedroom and accidentally seeing her behind. That is most uncouth and ungentlemanly and caddish. Ah, the chapel. I imagine there might be something of interest in here. What was I... Oh yes, this again. Which is interesting, because that seemed to be some form of spirit of the siren. Because it seemed to leave the siren's body when she was killed. So this is beautiful. It's also fascinating that it's now morning. But never mind. Are you sure I can't just bash my way out of this place? Seemingly not. No. Alright. Can I go through here again or not? Seemingly not. No. Alright, coming in here was a massive waste of my time. But yeah, so every time that we saw that strange swirling golden mass, that was in fact the spirit of the siren somehow? Curious. Very mysterious. I really don't quite see how all of the pieces of this puzzle come together yet. But I think we've got no choice but to brave the buttocks and see if we can get through here without getting ourselves killed, which is going to be a small miracle. Let me get my shotgun out just in case and reload it, because that isn't in the slightest bit noisy. You heard nothing? You with your double-breasted waistcoat. I should have known not to trust you wearing that. Oh my giddy aunt! Is that the... No, that's just some moonlight. Oh, the moonlight. Oh, giddy aunt! The lovely moonlight. Can I call for this? Can I get the bloody hell out of here? Do I want to go down into the basement in order to find the blue key? That seems contrived and irritating, which means in an indie horror game, that's exactly what the situation is. Man alive, that woman was not pleased to see me. And she didn't even see me. Okay, oh, it says checkpoint reached, so presumably... Oh, you're one of you. I don't want to fight you now. I don't want to carve your nethers off. I mean, I do, but I simply don't wish the repercussions of doing that in order to befall me. Oh my Gideon, this is going to be a much longer episode than I planned, and I'm not entirely sure whether to apologise for that or not, but given that this is undoubtedly the last episode that we'll be doing on this game, perhaps it's fitting that we see a bit more than we otherwise might. Oh, excuse me, and forgive me, I beg of you, I had another coughing fit. Alright, let's wander around the basement for a little while. Hopefully it won't let us into the gardens, because I feel like that would be far too much real estate for us to have to deal with. But, yeah, we'll have a little wander around the basement for a while and see if we can find this final key that we need. Because, we can't be far away from being finished. Yes. What on earth was I talking about before I had my horrific coughing fit? I genuinely cannot remember, and for that I apologise. Oh yes, of course, this is the, this will be the last video that we do on this game, so it would be nice to show off a little bit more of it than, I'd rather show off more than less. Hello. You're going to be a massive pain, aren't you? Where's my shotgun? Here it is. Okay, good. He's leaving me alone, but I get the distinct impression there's someone on the other side of this door. Hello? Yes, there is. Plan me to murder you. Excellent! That went well. Oh gosh, which way are you going? Back! Excellent, that's the only direction I wanted you to go, and for some reason it's the one that didn't click in my mind as to ask you for. But, thou need not ask, because thou was going to get it. Oh my Gideon, this is going to be a fun room to get through. Might just use my rifle and try and kill them, given I've got quite a lot of bullets. Ow! 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 You know what these guys remind me of, actually? Like old-fashioned Doctor Who enemies. Like in the earlier series when they didn't have a hell of a lot of money. I mean, Doctor Who has never had a hell of a lot of money for CGI and so forth, and costumes and such like. But nice to have some booze as well. It's not like we haven't got a lot of it. Yes, yeah, they bizarrely remind me of an old-fashioned Doctor Who enemy. Not a specific one, just that kind of feel of like a slightly ordinary baddie with something a little bit unusual going on. That's what they sort of strike me as opposed to me striking them, which is a really stupid idea when they're that type of enemy. Yeah, I really don't think it's wise to attack those guys with the blue things on their chests. Oh, I thought he was still after me, but no. Thankfully, the answer to that question is no. Yeah, I'm worried about fighting this guy as well, because I feel like he might have some sort of special ability as well that makes him a little bit more dangerous. Well, I imagine that all of these different enemy types are more dangerous. The fact of importance is whether or not they're invincible, which the guys with the funny things in their chests, in fact, seem to be. I'm just going to sort of follow this guy under the presumption that he knows where he's going. I'm going to presume that this is the dedicated key polisher. I'm not wholly sure what's up with him, and frankly, I don't care to find out. How about I just climb in this morgue and I'll climb in this, oh, it's a chute. Perhaps if I just climb into one of these, crematoriums, then I can just get this over with myself, and we can all relax. Apart from all of us. Oh my giddy aunt! Hooray! Run, Thomas. And now do some stabbing, Thomas. And by stabbing, I mean chopping. Run! Skedath! That was a really stupid reaction to have. A, taking my mouse off the keyboard, by which I mean taking my hand off the mouse, and B, just walloping Elizabeth in the face with a massive axe. Okay. I don't know where we're going to come out, but we just need to, Oh, my hands are clean, at last. Let me take some booze. Okay. Just relax. We are a hair's breadth from the finish line. Would you get over the finish line, man? No, apparently. No, don't waste that, for goodness sake. I keep pressing that thing and it's the jump button. When of course. Oh, bollocks. Oh, bollocks. Oh, that shot behind me. Fiddlesticks and darn everything to hell in a handbasket. Kindly die, you bowler hat wearing bastard. Oh, my giddy aunt. He farted at me. Don't do that. That's rude. Okay, I've knocked his hat off. That's lovely. He's also left a bear trap behind. What in the name of hell do you think you're doing, sir? Elizabeth's there. Oh, tremendous. Where the hell am I going again? I don't know. I feel as if I might need to defeat these individuals. Okay, that's him putting down some sort of trap, isn't it? Then he kind of explodes, bizarrely. Would you drink something, man, please? Thank you. Now would you reload? Where the hell is it that I'm going? Would you stop doing that? It's very uncouth. I can hear that song. Would you stop doing that? Give me something else to fight with. For frick's sake. Okay, he keeps using a chain in order to drag me closer to him, which is lovely to know that he wishes to be this intimate, but would you leave me alone, man? Well, that didn't work. Okay, when he uses that chain, I've got to find some way of being able to get further away from him. Okay, I can't, like, make those explode or anything. Oh, my God. Oh, well, thank goodness for that. Okay, just breathe and reload everything. I don't trust none of you lot. Okay, right, let's get the hell out of here. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I did it. Oh, my giddy aunt. Oh, man alive. 45 minutes. Wow, that was criminal. Okay, that went... Oh, well, I only missed 9 bullets and I got a D. Oh, okay. Presumably because I did that far too aggressively and they were expecting me to do that much more stealthily. Is that because I was really slow or something? Or because I got hit a lot? I don't know. I feel like I should get a better score for that, given that my accuracy was pretty good. And, oh, my headshots were pretty terrible as well. I didn't bother trying to do that very much. And I didn't die. Never mind. I was never very good when I worked at marking, so perhaps it makes sense I haven't got the famous how to grade stuff. Well, that was a hell of a way to finish the series, wasn't it? Goodness. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is a different game or something, but I might look into that at some point. I might come back to that on one day or another. But yes, so this is interesting. So you can do this where you're just doing it in the dark. So you have a flashlight, but presumably all the other lights off. Then you've only got the axe, and you've got stronger enemies. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Also, I don't know why it says lives limited, you get 3 chances. Oh, okay, yes, you get 3 lives in these 3, but then you don't get any spare lives in this one. Interesting, I thought it was 3 lives throughout the lot, which would have made it a constant, which would have made it a bit pointless to state, but never mind. Okay, well that was a hell of a thing. That was very interesting. And by the looks of it, is that one of the people with the divers helmets? And that's one of the big red men, isn't it? Interesting. Interesting. Well, that was fascinating. I had no idea that was in the game, so that's very nice. For a game that's not a combat game or a shooter game, the mechanics for doing that are surprisingly well put together, so I'm quite impressed by that. I'm also very impressed by the visuals, and I'm absolutely blown away by the audio. Not just the voice acting, but the singing and the atmosphere around all of it are incredibly professionally put together, and I am very impressed by all of that. So this is a really, really nice game, and I'm glad I finally got around to playing this, because I think I bought this quite some time ago. I can't remember whether it was the last Halloween sale, by which I mean, oh no, I was going to say Halloween 22, but of course this is going up vaguely concurrently, so it doesn't matter that I can say that. Yeah, either last Halloween sale or the Halloween sale before that is when I think I bought this, and I never really got around to playing it, and I'm really glad that I did at this point, because it's very fun, it's very interesting, it's very unique. It's nice to play something that is local, but a little bit unusual and different, and very professionally put together, and obviously put together with a lot of care as well, which is always nice, rather than all of the ridiculous cash grab stuff that I sadly have to trawl through in order to find anything worth recording. Anyway, that's all my shoulder. Oh, Gideon, I'm falling apart at the seams. Ow, that really hurt, and I didn't even raise my arm that high. Okay, I'm off to the hospital, if you will forgive me. So thank you very much for joining me this evening for Maid of Sker. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I've had the time of my life playing this game. Not sure what we'll do next, but I'll find something. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.